YouTube, 88 Chevy Nova video. I haven't done one in a while. I think I'm going to split this video up into two parts. I'm going over everything from day one, good and bad, what's wrong. I don't know how this video will be. I'll start with the exterior. In case you didn't already know, this car was bought for $500. And when I bought it, it was at a drivable state. Hint, hint. And, yeah, it seemed like a good deal. Had a good story behind it. As I do a walk around, and yes, it's in a garage, so it's a little bit hard, but this car was owned by a fellow who lives down the street. I was an acquaintance with him. I didn't know him too well at all. That's where it was bought. Anyhow, he had this car as his, I guess, it wasn't his daily driver. He kept it nice. And he just kept it nice. And anyway, the man himself, he went a little bit crazy. And I don't want to get into too much detail, but basically he went in and killed his family. And then after that, he killed himself. And the car was sold at a police auction for $250. My friend slash neighbor bought it, who said, "Oh my gosh, a car for $250. Let me grab it." Had 123,000 miles on it. And he then realized later, what am I going to do with the car? So he started fixing it up, and then what he had in it is what I bought it for, $500. And it was going to be my first car. It still is going to be. So, exterior, that's just the back history. Paint's not the best. I really would like to get it repainted eventually. No body rust except for windshield wipers and other outside things like that, but nothing on the body. Like I said, paint's not the best. I'll show you what the paint should look like in a minute. Pollen's all over it. Pinstripes on it, I like them, but they're a little bit pale. All the trim is black, and it's a little bit faded. I'm not going to lie. I need to get that done. Some bad waxing job. I need to clean it up good. Just haven't ever gotten around to it. And I also need to get these wheels taken care of. This one looks okay compared to the other ones, but these are just steel rims. And I need to get them done something to them. I don't want heavy chrome, but if I could get some sort of shiny alloy looking rim, that would be great. I want this original rim though. I just want to paint it. This is just a pop-on dust cover, but Chevy. For those of you that don't know much about the Chevy Nova 88, it's actually a Toyota Corolla, but Chevy just sold it. Only dent on the whole car, other than some minor dents, not on the roof as much as on the hood. You see any of them? There's one. Anyway, he's this guy right here, which I would like to get popped out. It's the only thing. See, I need my keys to open the gas cap. This is going to be like a 2 or 3 part video series. Gas cap, it is a locking gas can. That's what the paint, well, the paint used to kind of look similar to that. It looked a little bit better. I don't have a great representation, but, yep. So, it has this super nice and pale bumper I gotta get addressed, and it does shed a bit. And a nice locking back. The windows, yes, were all tinted. It was a very nice tinting job, and it was also very dark for my estate. So, that's nice. The back's not quite as tinted as the windows. I'll show you the windows in a moment. Here's the first give off that it's not completely Chevy. Like I said, I want to get all this black much blacked out if I can. Any ideas, let me know. Low budget car, if you haven't figured it out. But overall, the exterior isn't all that bad. Now, another thing I really want to do is that this doesn't look that great. I really need to get this darkened. And I really want to bring out this used to be a shiny silver, and this used to be gold, and I want to get that gold again, because even some people say that didn't used to be gold, and even if it wasn't, I want the Chevy gold. So, I need to get that done. I want to use original parts if I can. So let me open the hood so you can see the beautiful V8 big block I have in here. Yeah, look at that big block V8 right there. No, this is a single overhead cam. Having a little bit of a hard time actually identifying the motor. It's either a 110 horse or a 110, or I think it was a 90 horse. It's one of those two, but it's single overhead cam, 4 inline, set, of course set sideways because it's front wheel drive. Carbureted engine. I don't have the engine specs yet. I really do need to go look those up. Was air conditioning. It's pretty standard for 88 though. That black corner keeps creeping up in the edge of my video. Alright, sorry about that. So it was carbureted. I'll give you a shot of the carb. That is the original battery that came with it. And I actually tested it yesterday with my new battery checker that tests the cells. And all the cells on this side were halfway dead, and one of the cells on this side were 3/4 of the way dead, and the other two were good. So I really do need to replace that battery, but it cranks it over fine. It just always says it's dead. So there's my carby, and yeah, nothing really too much to that. Not sure how old this air filter is. It's only $3. I've checked at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. But considering it's made in the U.S., it must be a hair bit old. That would be over this, or over here is my preheater hose assembly. I'll show you that, and I actually do know about that because I've had to work on it. Alright, so I don't know what the actual name of this is, but I call this the flapper. It's a flapper valve in there that controls your preheater hose, and here is my preheater hose, which I had to replace, and I've just had to put a new hose on it. Not too bad. That was like an $8 hose. 2 hose clamps, that's simple as that. It goes from the exhaust manifold up to here. The air is warmed when you're starting it and helps for cold starts. Only other thing that's wrong in the engine bay, which I've never quite figured out, is obviously there's something that's supposed to connect right there. It isn't connected right there, and that is this kickback cable. And I know this is going to be a bad video there. Can you see it? I can see it. I don't think you can. There it is. Kickback cable. And I have the pin inside the car. See, it goes right there. And the only reason that isn't connected is it was disconnected when I bought the car. So I drove 2 hours to go get the correct pin out of 88 Nova, just because I wanted to have an original 88 Nova pin. Don't ask. And got it, put it in, and it wouldn't hardly shift at all. So I don't know what that's about. I've been told it's probably this little bushing that's back in there, but I don't know. Other engine things going on here. New master cylinder. If you've been following other 88 Nova videos, you know that there's 2 problems with this car right now, really. Not getting fuel very well, and I'll explain that in part 2. And it's also brakes were bad on it. I'm going to have to restart this, so I'm going to start back exactly where I left off.